So let's create a leather material and also learn some other nodes. Let's create another master here. Let's call it master leather 01. So we have 3 masters here and 7 instances. Okay. So let's see. The leather. How is it like? It's not a metallic material. It's a material that has control of the roughness. Okay. Let's take a look about how it looks like the leather material. Let me Google it. Leather images. Look at this. This one, I think it's cool. Yeah, to see how it is. Let's see this one. Well, what we can notice in this leather is that, look at this. It has a parameter where we adjust if it's metallic or not. And actually, it looks a little bit metallic. Okay. What else we have here? We can adjust the color of this material. If it's black or white. We have a parameter of how much it bounces the light or not. Look at this. And we also have a parameter to put the leather relief. Okay. So if we analyze this, we need to define the color, define if it's metallic or not, define how much of specular it's gonna have, and if it's rough or not, and we can define the imperfections, like if it were a bump in 3D Studio Max. So let's create the material here. Let's do more one analysis. It's not a material of double side. It's not translucent. You see? So let's create our material. Well, the type of domain, look at this. It's a material of surface. It's opaque, which means I don't have any mask or anything like that. The type of shade, it's not like there will be no light being absorbed and propagated. Okay. It's not any type of foliage. Maybe close. I don't think so. We can represent the leather as a standard material. Okay. 2 sides, no. Basically, we didn't do anything here. All right, so what are the parameters that we need? Well, this constant, let's see, constant of 3 vectors, and we're gonna adjust the color. We're here, let's convert to parameter. Okay, base color. Cool, yeah. Same thing here. Let's see if it's metallic or not. But here we have a short key. For example, I know these 3 parameters here. We are going to use basically constants. So instead of clicking and dragging like this and calculating the constant, and after we convert to parameter, instead of doing this, we can click with the right button, promote to parameter. This way, it comes already with the name and converted to parameter. Okay, it's already a parameter now. Right button, promote to parameter. Okay, it already comes with the name and as a parameter. Let's do the old way. Constant, we used to do like this. After you create a constant, right button, convert to parameter, and then you type the name. Okay, that's the way that we used to do when we wanted to convert this parameter. Okay, when we created the constant and we wanted to convert to parameter. Remember? So it's faster, right button, promote to parameter, and that's it. Okay, so we already have here these things. Let's use this base to create our leather material. Let's apply it. This is our master, right? Look, this is our master. Or create an instance. Let's name it leather 01. Great. Let's select this object, the couch, and let's see its material, how it came created by the 3ds Max. We have fields to add textures. The first one, texture of leather, and the second one, the texture of the normal. Let's double click on it. Look at this. This normal, I don't think that's really good for the leather. We can take a texture of leather on the internet, maybe. Well, let's see. Let's get back here in our master. Let's apply it. Yes. And let's see. Let's take our couch, click and drag it, and yeah, that's it. Oh, Dennis, but you screwed the material. Don't worry, look at this. Let me take some things off here because they are kind of bothering us. Let's remove the bloom. Okay. All right. Let's remove the exposure here. Let's control some things here. One. We are controlling manually. -10. Let's see. -7. -8. Yeah, I think that's cool. That's all right. -7.5. Cool. Let's see. It's black. I think it can be less black. Like this. Let's see. Because no material is 100% black, okay? I think it's cool like this. Let's define if this material is metallic. No, it's not. Let me put 0. Roughness, is it 100% polished? A little bit. Is there a specular? Which means that if it's bouncing the light, yes. Look. However, we need some reflections, okay? How much this reflection is rough, all right? If it's polished or rough, okay? So you can control right here. 0.2, 0.3, 0.35, 0.3. I think it's okay. Maybe 0.4. Look, let's see. Let's see the reference. Look at this. 0.35. It's kind of good. Yeah. Let's see, like this. Let's see. We can just, let's see, a little bit more like this. And a little bit metallic. 0.2 maybe. 0.7. Yeah, a little bit metallic. All right. The spect, just a little bit. But this way, it's not correct physically. Let's see. Let's leave it like this. And let's change it here. Okay, cool. What else we need to see here? Well, the variations and the bump. in the normal, okay? All right, let's take a look in our reference here. Okay, we need the bump in the normal and also the texture. We saw that in the old material of the leather, we had a little texture applied to the base color. Do you remember that? This is the old material. So we had a little texture here that was applied. You see this? That's the texture. Let me close it. Textures. This one. Yeah, that's the one. How can we apply this texture on the base color? Let's go to our material, the master, the leather here, as you can see, and we are here. Look at this. What do we have to do to add a texture to our material? Like it feels color in the base color of this. Well, it's interesting that you know that the constants are not gonna work anymore, okay? Because the constants, I have the limitation from 0 to 1, constant of 2, for example, look at this, of 2 vectors. That's not gonna work because I have a constant that goes from 0 to 1, black or white, okay? The other constant of 2 vectors that also goes from 0 to 1. Look at this. We have some limitations here. And a constant of 3 vectors that give us options of color, but none of them give us texture options. What do I have to do to put texture? Put a node, a type of node. Which type of node? Texture. Okay, texture sample. Look at this. That's the node to add textures. Okay, look at this. We have an error here because we don't have any texture added here. Okay, look at this. If we pay attention, when we click on it, it allows us to put a texture. Okay, let's put a constant of 3 vectors that we used to use to put colors. Look, we don't have parameters for the colors. The only node that we have to put texture is the texture sample. Okay, this is the node texture. How can we put a texture here? Well, texture, and you can search the texture. All right, but we don't want to put the texture here. We want to put there in the instance. So we convert to parameter. Okay, look, I'm gonna apply it. Look, there is an error on our material because we don't have the texture here, the node texture sample. It's missing some input texture. I just delete these stats, so I don't know which one is the error. So let me show the stats. Look at this. It's letting me know about this error. Okay, so this texture here. So we can put the texture here, and then we can adjust or replace it for other texture there. The texture here, for example, look, I'm gonna make a texture of the vis. Okay, look at this. All right, the logo. All right, let's see our material. Okay, leather. Look, let's put the vis logo. Select the texture sample, and I search here in the content, or I can click and drag it, the content here. When I drag it like this, it already understands that this texture here is a node of the type texture sample. I can, for example, click here and I can link like this. Okay. All right. So I have the logo here, the texture here. Look, the vis, or the process that we were doing texture, texture sample. Look at this. So let's clean this. All right. Texture sample. I'm gonna search the texture, and then click here. And yeah, that's it. So let's apply it. Look, it brought the texture from the V's. All right. Because in master, it is applied the V's texture. But the material that we are using here is an instantiated material. But as we applied there in the texture in the master, it has already brought it for us. Okay. Okay, so let's do this. Let's change the texture. Let's access the master again. So we're gonna change a parameter there in the instance. Do you remember how we can do that? How we did to put these parameters here? Do you remember that? Okay, so we transform it in parameter. Let's go to master. Look at this. Meanwhile, the ladder is without the option of changing the texture. How can we add this option here? Well, master, right button, convert to parameter. What does it mean? Well, all the textures, let's call it base color texture. All the texture and all the parameters that you create, they want to activate the adjustment in the instantiated material. It needs to be converted to parameter. Okay, it is only adjustable if there in the instance if it is converted to parameter. Okay, so it has to be a parameter to show there. Okay, for example, with the metallic here, constant, as constant, it doesn't show. All right, but if you convert to parameter, okay, oops, let me see it here. Metallic, perfect. Okay, so let's apply it now in this texture, and it's gonna show up there because now it's a parameter. Okay, right button and convert to parameter. Let's apply it. We just apply it. Now the instance, we have the option here of using the texture or changing the texture. Let's change the texture. Look at this. Yeah, we just changed. Look at this. It's black. Let's change for the wood. Look at this. For the other one, this one. Okay, so we converted to parameter, and yeah, that's it. So this is the texture. All right, let's apply it here. Okay, cool. That was the texture, the leather that was there. Okay. How can we adjust? For example, let's put a texture so that we can put, for example, a normal, so that we can put the leather here, the relief of the leather. Okay, let's get back to master here. Okay, we have the base color here. We need to activate here something in the normal, which is the parameter that I can use to adjust the normal. It's not a constant. Okay, here in the normal, I need to use a feature, a source called flatten. Okay, normal here. This is the node, okay, that I'm going to use to create adjustments in the normal. For example, in master, we just take the texture and apply it. Okay, here it's different. Here we have to create the parameter to apply the texture here, okay, and adjust the value. It's different from the constants, okay. We have here two place for nodes, one for putting the texture and another one to adjust the texture. Cool. So let's put here the texture sample. Okay, everything that is texture, you can put texture sample. All these options, all of these are gonna be texture sample. So let's search the texture of normal. Okay, we have one here. I think that's the one, but it's not that cool. Let's take one of leather on the internet. Okay, so let's see. Leather normal map. Look, cool. We have a lot of here. So let's see the size. Let's choose the size of the texture. Let's take with no repetition, no cuts. Let's see the size here. Let's choose the size of the textures. Let's see. 2048. Yeah, it's cool. Oh, but this texture is not cool. Let's see. After we can take from Quixel, okay? Now let's go here meanwhile. Let's see. Not good. Let's see what else. What about this one? Okay, that can be this one. 640 for 640. Right button, save it. Textures. Okay. And let's call it T of texture. All right. Because another artist is going to know that is a texture. Let's add an N here in the final, so we will know that it's a normal. If it's a color of texture for base color, we were gonna put BC, but as it a texture for normal, we put the N. Okay, save it. Look, it's already here. Okay, so let's import. Okay, to Unreal. Let's close it here. Texture, right button, import. Okay, let's find the place where I saved this. Texture here. Okay, it is here. It has already imported. Yeah, it's here. Cool. Let's go there to materials. Yeah, our master is here. Okay, let's apply that normal here. Let's search. Material. Let's see this. Look, it's here. Let's apply it here. That normal. It's in texture here. Do you remember that? We applied here the normal. Okay, it's here. Look, we didn't apply it. I didn't bring the relief yet. Let's apply it. Okay, it brought the relief. Okay, because it is a texture parameter in the material, in the instantiated material. It has already applied. Okay, here. However, we cannot adjust the texture here because it's not a parameter. Okay, it is just a texture sample. So right button, convert to parameter. Okay, it's a normal texture. Okay, so let's apply it. Now we will have the instance. Now I can replace the texture. Let's put the original one. Let's see. Look, we have something here. Some different information here. So let's see. I think ours is gonna get better. It is not yet, but we're gonna learn how to improve this. Okay, so let's learn now to control the size. Okay, the intensity. We understood, okay, that to use a normal, I need a node of the type parameter so that it's going to understand that it's going to be added here a texture of the type normal. Okay, cool. And here I can adjust the intensity of this. How can I do it? I can put a constant here of a vector, for example, where 0 is nothing and 1 is the intensity. Right button, convert to parameter so that I can adjust this. Let's call it normal. Intensity. Let's apply it. 0. Look at this. We don't see anything. Okay. Look at the parameter here. That is here for us because we created here. All right. So I have a parameter to put the texture and a parameter to control the intensity of this texture. Okay. So let's increase this parameter here. Look. You see this? We can adjust, all right, the intensity. Look. For example, I can put 0 or 1, 1.1, 0.2. So I can do this. Look, the ladder is appearing. 0. Let me put, for example, -1, -2, -3, So yeah, 1. As you can see, we can put different numbers here. 1.7, 1.6, I think that's better. Look at this. Cool. Yeah. We put the parameter here to adjust, to put the normal and adjust the intensity. But it would be interesting if we can adjust the repetition, the size of this repetition. How can we do it? Well, let's get back to master and let's create a node here that is going to allow us to adjust the size of that, okay? The size of this mapping, okay? Click and drag it, and let's type here, coordinate. All right, of the texture, it's here. So let's apply it. Yeah. And in the U and in the V, let's type 2 here and 2 here as well. And let's apply it. Look, it is smaller. 3 and 3. Look at this and apply it. All right, it is smaller. Look at this. 2.5 and 2.5. Let's see it. Let's apply it. Yeah, okay. But I wanted to control this size of the texture there in the instance. How can you do it? Right button, convert to parameter. But where's this option, you can ask me? We don't have this option here. Well, because not all nodes can be converted to parameter. There are some nodes that can be and others that cannot be. And then we're gonna find out which one you can or you cannot by doing right button and seeing this. Then you say me, oh my god, Dennis, so I cannot adjust. Well, there in the instantiated material, yes, you can do it, but not this type of node here. So is there another type of node that I can use to adjust the size of the texture? No. Coordinate here. For what we're going to do it here, no. But there is a node that you can use to multiply the value that is here. For example, by default, we saw that it was 1 and 1, okay? Look, the size has just increased. There is a node that we can use to multiply this. For example, I click and drag it, and I type multiply. Okay, so I'm gonna multiply what is here, and the result, I want to put it here. Okay? Alright, so I'm gonna multiply what is getting here, and I'm going to send here. But am I going to multiply what? Well, we can multiply for a constant. Okay? Of a vector, for example. Oh, I got it. So this node here is to multiply. For example, what is getting inside? Oh, so it's gonna multiply what is getting inside here for this one that is getting inside B. Okay, so it's gonna multiply what is getting in A for what is getting in B. Yeah, that's it. So what can I do? Well, I can put 1 and 1, and that's gonna multiply this constant here. Okay, convert to parameter. All right, so let's call it normal. Oh, okay, normal texture tile. Oh, I got it. So it's gonna I'm going to receive the coordinates for the multiplier. I'm gonna multiply what is getting inside here in the other slot, and the result is gonna be here. Okay, as we convert it to parameter, because this node of the type constant allows the conversion to parameter, we will be able to adjust their in instance. Let's apply it to see if it worked. Okay, it has changed. It multiplied for 0, okay? 1 times 0 is 0. Look at this. Normal texture here. Now we have the control of intensity. All right, let's increase this value here. Look at this. It's increasing or decreasing. For example, 0. I can change these numbers. 1.5, 2. You see? It's smaller. 3, 2, 2.5. Let's see in our reference. Look, it's really small. Look, and the intensity can be increased to, maybe it's a lot. Let me see it. Let's adjust a little bit more. Oops, it's too much. Let me see it here. A little bit metallic. It looks like it's getting better, maybe. No. It's not that metallic. A little bit. No. Yeah, that's better. It's better now. A little more brighter. The texture. Okay. Now we cannot adjust, but after we're gonna do it. So we change a color parameter for a texture parameter. Do you remember that? Let's see here, the intensity. Okay, cool. But it is very small, so I think that's better with 2.0. Yeah, cool. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save all. Cool. Save all. Let's see if it's getting better. Let's put a light so that we can see the amount of specular spotlight. Okay, let's see. Here. Let's see the intensity of this. Intensity, let's see. 2000. Let me see. Let me change the temperature. Like this. Look, I have specular a lot. It's very bright, this leather. So I'm gonna change it here. The roughness 0.5, the specular. Let's change it 0.45. I guess it's more or less like this. Let's put 1.75 or 1.5. Now let me leave it like this. 1.5 and 1.3. I think a little like this, more polished a little bit. Okay, I think it's more or less like this. Maybe it's too polished, so let me see. 0.45 specular, 0.5. Yeah. Okay, we can see the specular. Okay. Look at this. I think now we can decrease the size. 2.25 and a little more intense, 1.4. Look at this. I think it's more or less like this. I believe it's more or less like this. I'm gonna try to bring a little more shadow here. Let's try to improve the shadow here. Source, this source here. Yeah, that's it. 2.75. Let's select all of them. Let's see, 2.75. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, cool. Maybe we can have more intensity here. Yeah. Hmm. Let's get back to our reference. Camera 12. That's for sure in the camera 12. We don't have these lights. Okay. We put just to study. Okay. The specular. Okay. Let's see. Mm, look, let's compare. Mm, yeah, that's it. Look, we identified some things. Okay, the color, the shades. Mm, let's see, it's more polished here. And the specular. Let's adjust this. Mm, let's sit here. Let's go. Yeah, it's more polished and more specular. Almost like this. Yeah, and maybe a little more. After we can adjust some other things. I think for the beginning of our material, I think here it's a cool. It's cool. Yeah. Okay. After we can, keep going, keep working on this. Obviously, now we can change the wood material. Okay. But after we're going to talk about it. Save all. Okay. All right, cool. Yeah. So let's finish this video. We talked about normal, how to put texture of the normal type, how to adjust the intensity of the normal, how to increase or decrease the size of this texture, the timing of this texture. Okay. So for now, I think it's okay here. Yeah. So I'm gonna finish this class here, and in the next class we're gonna talk about woods, okay, and how to put and change the wood texture to increase or decrease the size of the texture, okay, and maybe add a little bit of variation, okay, so that we can get started getting into the realism and the representation of materials, of the texture, and to the project. So let's save it. I see you in the next class. Okay? So yeah, let's save this and see you. Yeah, next class. See you. Cool. All right, let's keep going with this class. Let's talk about wood materials. Okay? So I'm gonna access here the materials. Let's create again a material so that we can exercise. Let's call it master wood. Okay. If we analyze the wood material here, we need basically it needs to be in an opaque material. Then it's not gonna be translucent. A slot for color so that we can change the shade of the wood. It has to have a normal slot so that I can increase and decrease the intensity of the normal. It's also interesting to have a slot for the variation of roughness. Okay, it can be more rough. Okay, for example, and where there is no veins, it's more polished, for example. It's also interesting to have an adjustment for the size of the texture to increase and decrease. Okay, and maybe an adjustment to increase the bright of this texture, to leave it darker or not. Okay, look at this. It's a more complex material. So let's practice what we learned. Okay, as for example the domain of our material surface here. Okay, uh, let's see, opaque. Yeah, and let's see, I'm gonna I'm gonna choose, let's see. Yeah, default lit. Two-sided. No, I don't think so. It's gonna be one side. Okay. So we we almost didn't change anything. Okay. Base color, I think it's cool. We adjust the texture, put an adjustment of the texture. Okay. If it's metallic or not. Okay. We can promote to parameter. All right. Adjust the specular, promote to parameter. Adjustment of roughness. I think if you can control if this roughness is polished or not in a independent way. So let's see. Texture sample. For example, is lot selector a texture or not? Let's see the others. Normal. Flatten normal. Okay, remember in the last class we talked about it. Okay. Cool. Yeah. And I'm gonna have an adjustment of intensity, a constant of a vector that I'm going to convert to parameter so that it can be adjusted in the material, the instance material. Let's call it normal. Okay. Intensity. All right. Cool. All right. So let's put an adjustment of size of the texture. Do you remember that? Coordinate. Okay. Let's apply a multiplier. Do you remember that? So that we can multiply here. Okay. We learned in the last class that it's a constant, that there is a range that from 0 to 1. Let's call it base color. Oops. Okay, let's call it base color. Okay, tile, right? And let's send the result here. Perfect. Yeah, we did this adjustment here, but it's also interesting that we put these parameters here of coordinate also in roughness and in the normal. Okay, so that we're gonna be able to adjust the repetition for them instead of Control C plus Control V and putting in an independent form. We're gonna link like this. Okay, we can link with just one adjustment with just one parameter. I can control the repetition for all the textures. So by controlling here, I can control the type of base color, roughness, and of normal. Okay, perfect. Let's also put one for the specular, a variation for the specular. Okay, let's see. And actually, I'm going to delete this node and I'm going to bring a texture sample. Yeah, that's it. Let's link this here. Okay, so that we can control the specular. Okay, cool. All right, so we just created our master. So we're gonna add more things here. So let's put a texture here so that we can take the error. Okay, take it off. Let's see. Windows, content browser 1. Okay, let's see this. Cool. Let's apply it here. And applying this one as well. And also apply in this last one. Okay, let's apply it. This material, this master material. We're gonna add more parameters here. Okay. You will see that we will have to do some adjustments. Okay, but for now it's okay. Our master is created. That is in black here. Okay, there is no problem. It is with the Divis texture. Let's create an instance of this. Let me put the name wood. We can put this here, wood 01. Okay, let's call it like this. Let's save it. And let's try to find a texture that looks like this texture of the reference, okay? So let's access the site of Quixel. Okay, we're not gonna access here yet the Quixel bridge, okay, because we're gonna learn about this after in the other classes. All right, so let's do it in a manual way so that we can practice and we can learn, okay? And after we can use the automatic ways, okay, to do it. So let's access the site of Quixel, okay? Let's go here, quixel.com, or you can go to Google and you type Quixel, all right? Products, okay. Let's see here. We want surface of wood, okay. In the real, you have the Quixel bridge, okay, that already brings the assets here and send there to you, okay. But we're gonna do it here in a manual way, okay, and after we can learn the automatic ways, okay. Look, I'm here with our reference, okay. I'm gonna try to get this shade here, you know, to make it looks very similar, okay. So I'm gonna search a wood here that looks similar to the shade of our wood, okay. Let's see, this one, no. Let me see another shade of wood that is more similar. And even if it's not 100% similar, oh look, maybe this one. Let me see. I'm looking at the other monitor, okay, here. Let me see. Let's see. This one. What about this one? I think it's floor as well. But that's not what we want. Let's see if we have something else. I think this one. Let's log in with an account in Epic Games to have access to the assets of Quixel in a free way, okay? Users of Epic Games of Unreal Engine, they have free access to all the assets here, okay? So if you have an account of Epic Games, that is actually the same that you used to download the Epic Games launcher in Unreal Engine 5, you have access to all the assets of Quixel in a free way, okay? What about this one? This one, it looks... well, we can download and see if that's gonna work. 8K, that resolution is really high. So let's put in 4K, okay? I think 4K is cool. Let's go to settings. Here in settings, we can see what is the type of texture that we can find? As it an asset, look, we don't need the lots. As it is a texture, we need this albedo, normal, yeah. Displacement, we don't need this. Ambient occlusion, no. Specular, yes. And fuzz, I don't believe we need this. Okay. All right, let's get back here and download it. All right, I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna save this in Piano House, texture. Let's save in Quixel. Yeah. Wood. Okay. Let's show in the folder. Okay. And let's extract this. Let's delete this one. So our HD is gonna be free, more free. Let's test this texture here. Look. Well, I don't think that's gonna be good, but we can see that. Just in case we can find another one on the internet. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna be good. Let me see. I'm gonna take to Unreal. It's importing. Yeah. I think that's not gonna be that good, but we can try it. Let's see if it's gonna be a good texture. Materials. Wood. That is the master that we created. Okay. Let's open the instance of our wood. Look at this. But it's not activated the parameters here. Okay. So let's activate them. Oops. Wood. Master. Let's convert to parameter. Let's call it texture. Base color. This next one here is the specular. Convert to parameter. Texture. Base color. Oh, oops. Texture. Specular. Next one is the roughness. Right button. Convert to parameter. Texture. Roughness. And the last one, convert to parameter, texture, normal. Okay, let's apply it. Perfect. Instance, look, it has activated. Okay, I have the options here. Okay, let me adjust. All right, textures, base color. You can check these options here. Normal here, roughness, and roughness here, and specular. Oops. Let's put the gloss there in the specular here. Let's put the gloss right here. Yeah. Okay, cool. We have a material here. Let's adjust some parameters here. Okay, metallic or not. Let's put 1 here. Intensity of the normal, 0. Look at this. Yeah, that's our texture. Let's apply the instantiated material in our object. Look, that's the one. Let's see what we can Um, let me see. Let me see the reference here. Look at this. It's a darker material. And the problem are these tiles here. But you can see that they have some variation here. The reflection, the roughness. Okay, look at this. That's for sure. It's not that similar. Okay, it's darker here. And let's see. Let's increase the tile a little bit. Let's see. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna increase this. Material is the shaded material. Look at this. I'm gonna increase this. Look. So the problem is that let me see. We have these little holes here. I'm gonna try to search on Google. Okay. Or in my personal files here. A wood texture. Okay. Okay, so when I find it, I'm gonna let you know, and you will be able to download it. Okay. Okay. I found this in my files. A texture that I think that's gonna be better to use. Okay. I'm gonna select this. Okay. Here in my other PC. And I'm gonna leave the link for you so that you can download these textures. Okay. I'm gonna leave here the link of the description. Okay. And you can download and you can follow the studies with me. Okay. All right. These are the textures: base color, normal, and roughness. Okay. These three here. Let's see. Let's go there. Materials. Wood material. Let's put base color. Look, let's change it. Base color. The orientation isn't good. It is wrong. So let's say normal, roughness, and the same texture in the specular. Look, we have here a little bit of variation, but it is in a low resolution. Okay, it is in 2048 for 2048. It will be better 4K. Okay, and the orientation is wrong. Let's learn how to create a node. Okay, so that we can rotate the texture. Let's get back to our master. Okay, our master. I can access my instance here and goes here. I can open the master. So let's go there. Look at this. We know that inside this UV is where I can adjust the textures. Okay. Then we can put the coordinate of the texture, multiply for the value, and that's gonna go to the UV channel of our object. Okay, so let's turn it off, this node. All right, let me put this here. Okay, and let's create a node called custom rotator. Okay, this node is responsible to store or change the repetition of UV, and also for rotating our texture. Let's put here a constant of a vector. Let's convert to parameter. Let's call it texture rotator. Okay. Let's put 0.25. Yeah, you will understand the reason of this there in our material. Let's see. Let's apply it. But before that, let's distribute to the others textures, okay, as well. If everything makes sense, we have a coordinate here of texture that is being multiplied for a constant, okay? It's gonna take this value and it's gonna multiply there. And that's sending this result here, inside here. And it's processing the rotation, the angle of the rotation of this texture that is controlled for a scale converted to parameter. And that's gonna show up in my material instance. And all of these are being distributed to the UV channels of my texture. Let's apply it and let's see if that's working. Look at this. Yeah, that it has rotated. Look, the instance of the material. Let's see. Oh, it is in the wrong place. Let me see. Okay, let me open the instance of the material. It is already here. Look at this. It has shown another parameter here. As you can see, texture rotator. We can change it, you know. As you can see, we can rotate this texture here. Interesting, right? 0 is like this, horizontal, and like this, vertical, like this, horizontal. Okay, from 25 to 25 to 25 degrees, you know. As you can see, let me rotate a little bit here. Okay, let's put like 0.25. It's in vertical. Now we can adjust our texture. Let me see our reference. Okay, let me put the camera 12. Remember, let's see our reference. Look at this. Our reference. Almost like that. Yeah, almost. A little bit similar. Well, basically, we have to leave it more brighter, okay? But don't worry about it. After, we're gonna work on that during the process. Okay, let's see this. Let's change this 0.30, I guess. I think that's too much. 0.35. Let's see. I think it's good, yeah, for now. All right, let's adjust some parameters now. Let's find a way to make it brighter. Let's get back there to our material, to master material. And by using this, let's learn a new strategy, a new thing. By using this strategy here, I can multiply here what is getting out here for something here. And then I can get the result here, the base color, and I can multiply for something. And before to get there in our material, I'm going to send there. I can multiply, for example, for a constant of a vector. Okay, I can multiply everything that is coming here. I can multiply here for a constant. Okay, that I'm going to convert to parameter, and I can actually call it base color intensity. Okay, all right. So through this node, I can increase or decrease the bright of the texture as an editor. Okay, so let's suppose we want go ahead more. I want to take it off the saturation, for example. I could do it. Look, And you can see the result here, the saturation. All right, for a constant, a vector here that I'm gonna call it desaturation, for example. Okay, so yeah, basically I can increase or decrease the saturation here, or the bright there. Okay, so we can create what we want. Okay, for example, we can increase or decrease the contrast or the bright, you know. So yeah, we can create the parameters that we want, okay, that we need. All right, so let's save this and let's understand what's happening here. I have a coordinate here of texture that is understanding the UV, and it's taking this coordinate, multiplying here for a constant, and it's sending this result here, and it's doing nothing here. It is just using the custom rotator to rotate my texture for a constant here. It is taking all of these and distributing to the textures. That is about the mapping of this, okay, the repetition and rotation. Okay, cool. And it's taking and sending the result directly there in the channels, okay? Exception this, that is taking the texture, the result, and sending here. And this node has the function to adjust the normal, the intensity, and it's taking the intensity of the normal and multiplying for a constant and sending the result to the normal. Getting back to the base color, taking the result here, starting here, sending here a multiplier that is being a multiplier that multiplies for a constant, for a parameter that I can put as a constant here, and I take the result and send to the base color. Okay, let's apply it, and let's see there in our material instance. Let me close it here. Okay, let's see our reference here. Look at this. Let's take our instance. Look, we have one parameter here. Let's increase this parameter. Look at this. Look. It's increasing the bright or decreasing the bright. It depends. Well, because it's taking the result and it's multiplying the results. Okay, this way we can adjust the bright of the textures. Okay, you can adjust, for example, a contrast or the saturation. You know, so really good. That's really good. That's really cool. Look at this. This is almost our texture. Yeah, I can a little more like this. Look at this, really good, really nice, right? It looks like it needs a little more contrast. Maybe in the, let's see, in the camera 12, let's increase the contrast. Global contrast. I mean, 1.1, let's see. Look at this. The saturation, let me change it a little bit. 0.8 maybe. 0.9 maybe. 1.0, 1.5, 0.5. Maybe more darker there. Well, let's see. Let's change this number here to see. Let's see. No, 1.75. Yeah, maybe. Let's increase the intensity of the normal. We have this relief in the wood. Let's see. So we can adjust this number here. Okay. Let's see. Let's verify if it's distributing the right way. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Cool. Yeah, nice. It looks like we are missing some yellow in the scene. The temperature is hotter, I guess. So let's see. Let's see. Global temperature. Yeah, temperature. Let's decrease this a little bit. Actually, let's increase this. Okay, I think this number. Yeah, meanwhile, we have a little yellow here. This reflection comes from the wood that is behind this scene, this wood here. So we're gonna paint this here with the texture that we just created, with the material that we just created. Okay, so just to make it better a little bit. So let's see. Materials. Let me put it here. Look. The orientation would be different, but that's simple to solve. Let's duplicate. We invert here to 0 and send to there. Okay. Yeah, we made it right. Let's get back to the camera. Okay, look at this. Yeah, cool. Now it's really beautiful. Yeah, 0.3. Yeah, more or less like this. After we can make some variation for this material. Look at this. We're getting to the scene, like it's getting very similar. Okay, we can decrease the specular of this couch, more darker maybe. We can add a node there where we control the intensity of the texture as we did in the wood. Multiply here, base color, a constant. Look, we are making the materials more complete. I'm gonna call it base color intensity. Okay. Let's leave it like 1. That is the standard value. Let's apply it. Cool. All right. Let's see. Now we have the base color intensity. We can increase or decrease. Okay. Look, the color that is the base color, so that's really awesome, right? I mean, increase the specular again, more polished, so that's gonna look more similar to the reference. Look at this, and we're getting there. It's getting similar, a little more brighter, I guess. The exposure a little more maybe. Let's see. It is with minus 7.5. We put in the camera of post process. So let's put minus 7.0 here. Let's see. Now we have to work on the material here and the material of the floor. Minus 6. No, minus 7. Yeah. We're almost getting there in the result. Cool. Yeah, that's really cool. So I'm gonna finish this class. We learned a lot of things, okay, about nodes and everything. So now we're gonna get our material more elaborated, okay? So let's save all, okay? I'm gonna leave here probably. You already download the texture below. If you didn't do it, okay? let's finish this class here, okay? Because it's too long. Let me see here. Yeah, that's it. 0.05, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to finish this class here. Let me see. I'm gonna close the Unreal file, and I'm gonna make it available for you in the next class. This class you can download the files of textures, and in the next class you're gonna download of this file here of Unreal, how it is, okay? In case you have some problem, you can follow from this file here, okay? There will be adjustments that we're gonna do, okay? But we are in the way, okay? So don't worry about it. And actually here it looks a little more blue, I guess. Maybe, let's see. Yeah. Okay. Save all. Yeah, see you in the next class. Hello, we are back with our material class. We're gonna talk about how to add nodes and variation. Reflection variation, texture variation, change the color of the texture like it were a mix. Okay. I left a link for you below the video of the textures, okay, of the wall, and that we're gonna use a normal texture, a base color texture, and a variation texture, okay. And I also left the file of Unreal, okay, so that you can download this, the file that we were doing the last class, okay, so that you can keep going with this class following me, okay. Just download right below the video in the description. Let's open the file and let's elaborate our materials, okay. Window, content browser, window, content browser, okay. The other monitor here. All right, so let's go. I think we can talk about now the material of the wall. That is a really important material in this project. Well, let me see. Let's open a material, okay, and we can use as a starting point. We already have a lot of materials here, so let's use, for example, this material here, wood material, okay. Look at this, and let's find the parameter that is the material where it was created, the instance, I mean. So click on the magnifying glass. Oops, wrong place. All right, magnifying glass, the little magnifying glass, and the master here I'm gonna duplicate, and I'm gonna call it wall. Let's open it. Cool. So we already have a base of the material that we created, okay, with the domain of the V's, the texture for specular, roughness, and normal. Nice. I want to create a material of wall, like a plaster wall, and we know that a plaster wall has a variation on its reflections, and normally the variation in the plaster is a little more evident than in the concrete. For example, the finish on this wall I can represent as a plaster, for example. Let's open the reference here and let's see if we can find some picture that shows this variation, okay, of this variation of reflections. Let's see if we can find it here. It has to be a very specific picture and that be close to the wall to show the reflection of the type of Fresnel, for example. But I believe that we're not going to be able to find it here. We have few reflections here, and it's not close to the wall enough to see this variation. Mainly in the specular, but there is no problem. I left it open in the other monitor, a scene of other projects that I have here in the vis. That is the house A6. Okay, look. What I want to show you, well, this is a plaster wall. Okay. The plaster wall, basically, if you look really close, for example, if you look like this position, hardly you will be able to see the variations in the specular. Okay, the reflection variations in the specular. But if you look like this close to the wall, you can do this exercise in your home. Go to your wall of your house, of your room, the living room, but it has to be like a light, and look like this. You're not gonna see anything. But then you go like this, put your head close to the wall like this. Okay, you will see, you're gonna realize some things in the specular. Okay, reflections of the light. All right, and besides that, you're gonna notice that there is a variation on these reflections. Okay, in some places you have more reflections, in others you have less reflections. Okay, and the plaster wall specifically has these variations, these reflection variations. So we will learn how to add these reflection variations in base color and also in roughness and in specular. Let's get back here to our project. And I'm gonna leave this on the other monitor. Okay. All right, we got back here. We are here in the material. All right. So how can we get started? We created here in base color a material where we can, for example, increase and decrease the shine of our texture, make our texture lighter or darker. Let's add another node so that we can, for example, remove or add saturation to our texture, make it more vibrant or less vibrant. I can pull a node and call it desaturation. Okay, if it's desaturation, if I increase the value, it's gonna be black and white. If I decrease the value, it's gonna get more vibrant. Okay, the color. So let's create here a constant of a vector, and let's convert to parameter. Let's call it base color desaturation. Great. We can even add another node. Okay, besides desaturation, I would like to create a node where I can choose a color for this wall. For example, if I want the wall like in blue, for example, or green or whatever, I can add a node where I can change these colors. Okay, and this node will be a linear. Okay, interpolate. This node is a different node and very specific. What is this node going to do? Well, the node of desaturation or the multiplication, it's receiving a value and multiplying for another one. Okay, received the value, multiplied to something. This node here, linear, is gonna receive a value in the A, value in B, and that's gonna choose through the alpha which value it wants, A or B. So let's put in B here a constant of 3 vectors. Okay, let's convert to parameter so that we can have access there in the instantiated material. Let's call it base color. Okay, and here in alpha, let's put a constant of a vector or a scalar parameter that is a constant of a vector converted to parameter. Let's call it base color. Okay, mix, for example, because it's gonna be a mix of these two colors. So let's understand the logic of what's happening here. So it started the result here, desaturation, and the result came here for a linear that has a function of having a color in A, a color in B, and a mixture in the other one. So let's do something here. Okay, so I'm gonna create a linear interpolation, okay? And I'm gonna show to you the concept of this node, because we're gonna use this a lot. Let's put in the entrance a constant of 3 vectors so that we can choose colors. Let's convert to parameter, and I'm gonna call it color A. Color 1, yeah, color 1. All right, let's paint this in red. That's it, yeah. A color B, a constant, a control C and control V. Color 2, yeah. Let's put it here in the color B. Let's choose black. Or even better, let's put a texture here. Okay, it's gonna be better. Yeah. So that we can understand this in an easy way. Let's find a texture here. Let's take this one of the wood. I think that's cool. We put it here, the wood texture. And in the alpha, we're gonna put a constant of a vector or a scalar parameter. That is the same thing basically, but the scalar parameter is already the constant converted to parameter. Okay, let's call it mix. All right, that is the node that is gonna mix our other 2 nodes. Okay, look at this. I can, without even needing to get inside Unreal, I can preview here the result of the operation here. Let me delete this master here. That probably got here when we type it something. Right button, start preview mode. Look at this. Red color here, correct? Because by default, the linear is taking the A color. Okay, so alpha in 0 is gonna select the A color. Let's type 1. Look, it has changed to the wood, okay? Which means that with the alpha here, I have 1, it takes the B color. If it's 0, it takes the A color, okay? if I have a slide, it's gonna mix these values. Okay, look at this. Look, it's changing from A to B, from B to A. Let's suppose my color here is green, for example. Look at this. Let's change it. Look, the A color choosing the B color, as you can see. Okay, all right, so right button, stop preview. Okay, so besides controlling the intensity, multiplying the intensity, in addition to be able to desaturate or saturate, I want to be able to choose a color. For example, I can choose my wall to be red. Okay, so what's getting inside A is gonna mix with what is getting inside B, and the result is gonna be same in the base color. Okay, we are improving our material. Cool, that's great. I'm gonna leave this separated here, so it's gonna be more organized. Okay, base color here. Black. No, let's leave it white. Okay. All right. Metallic or not here. Nice. Here in specular, it's interesting that we added node that we can use to control the contrast as our reference that we saw in the scene. It's interesting that we increase the contrast so that some shades are going to be more evident or not. The white more white, the black more black, or not so evident like this. So it's interesting that we have a node to control the contrast. Okay, let's add a node called chip contrast. Okay, it allows me to adjust the contrast of the texture, and to control the contrast, we're gonna add a scalar parameter, and we're gonna call it specular contrast. All right, cool. So I received the value and I multiply it for a scalar parameter. Okay, so I can put 0 or I can put 1. That is going to increase the contrast. Let's leave 0 meanwhile. Besides the contrast, I want to be able to control the intensity. Okay, the texture can be lighter or darker. And actually, let me put this before a multiplier and the result of the multiplication, and I send the result there. And here I'm gonna put a constant or a scalar. Okay, scalar parameter, and that's it. Let's call it specular intensity. Yeah, good. We see the texture, if it's lighter or darker. I can increase or decrease the contrast. So yeah, great. This type of control is also cool to have for the roughness. Okay, instead of typing, we can just copy everything, Control V plus Control C, and we can put this here in roughness. Okay, and we can delete this. Yeah, let me leave it organized like this. Okay, guys, we're not gonna call it specular because it's a roughness. Intensity. Yeah, and here roughness contrast. Great. And the result is gonna be sand to roughness. Perfect. Oops, here as well. Texture roughness. Okay. Roughness. Be careful about not letting the same name for different nodes. Okay. Let's suppose this texture is a specular texture and this one is a specular texture, and you forgot to change the name of the texture. If you do it, the adjustments that you do in roughness are going to influence the specular, all right, because it's going to be with the same name. So be careful about it, about letting the same name, okay, so that you won't mix them up. All right. This way, I believe that the base of our material of variation, let's say that about nodes, specular, and everything, I think that's okay. That's ready. Okay, that's done. Let's apply it. Okay, great. Yeah. Now let's find our material here. Wood. This one is our material, master, okay, for the wall. Let's create an instance for this. Cool. Yeah, it's here. Great. We have a lot of parameters here to adjust in our material. Let's bring the texture that we're gonna use. Okay. Right button, import, or you can go directly to the folder. Okay, you can select and you can drag it. Okay, inside Unreal. I'm gonna leave it here. Okay. All right, and move there. Okay. Textures. Look at this. That's funny that it has shown here a VD, virtual texture. For some reason, Unreal converted our texture into a virtual texture. Okay, let's select then, right button, convert to regular texture. Okay, let's see, 4096. Cool. Yeah, they are regular textures now. Let's put here in base color the texture. Okay, normal, roughness, and the specular in the specular. Okay, let's understand the parameters. Okay, now it's a very elaborated material. Look, we have a lot of parameters here. Let's adjust them. So let's see. All right, and actually to understand the parameters, let's add this material to the wall. Okay, I'm gonna put it in the other monitor. Okay, let's send to the wall. Okay, first thing, desaturation. Okay, we don't need to do it. We don't need to saturate or desaturate. Okay, maybe for other materials we can do it. Okay, the intensity, that is the base color. Look, we can change it. All right, lighter or darker. One is the standard. Mix, you're going to mix the A with the B. In B, we have white. Okay, let's put red, for example. It's not red there, correct? Because now I need to say that in the linear interpolation, remember that node where we chose between A and B? I need to say what I want, if A or B, okay? Or the middle ground between them, okay? If for example I want the wall in green, so I go here and I put green, okay? For example, yellow, red, you have all these colors here. All right, we're gonna leave this white, okay? And we're gonna say that we want 0. That is the one in A, okay? Do you remember that? I'm gonna open the master material, the A, okay? That is the one here, A, B, and the mixture, okay? So our mixture is choosing between A and B, all right? Cool. Let's keep going with the class. The tile is the repetition of the textures. Look at this, the master here. You can see if the color of my texture is here and if the tile is also 1. If you put 0 there, maybe in your project you're not going to be able to see this multiplication. So just leave 1 here so that's going to be easier. Okay, apply it. All right. The intensity, you can put 1, okay? Because 0, it's going to be black, okay? So let's leave it in 1. The contrast, you can put 0. The intensity, 1. The normal, let's leave it 1 as well, because 1, when we use that node, is the neutral, okay? Values that are above 1, I have the normal positive, okay? And values that are below this, I have the normal in negative, okay? So if I put 1, it's neutral, okay? Verify if yours is like this as well, so that it's gonna be easier to organize, okay? All right, so let's see our material, our new material here. Mix, we already talked about it, that we are choosing the texture 8, correct? The tile, okay, you can increase or decrease the repetition of the texture. Let's take a texture here so that we can see this, okay? Let's see. Let's apply it here. Look, tile, I can increase or decrease, okay, correct? If it's metallic or not, okay? The intensity of the normal, okay? Let's see here, the normal, let's increase the intensity, positive or negative, okay? Let's leave it in 1. The roughness, the contrast, look here, same thing here for the specular. I think it's gonna be easier to see on the wood. The contrast of the roughness and the intensity of the roughness. The roughness is how polished or rough is our reflection, and the specular is how much reflection I'm gonna bounce, that I'm gonna show. Let's leave the specular in 1. Look at this. And obviously my reflection is polished because the intensity is in 0. I can increase the contrast of this texture of the reflection. Let's do it. Look, you can see this, you can notice this. Okay, look at this right here. Let's increase the contrast and decrease the contrast. As you can see, the difference, let's leave it in 0. Okay, it's gonna keep what is in here, it's not changing. Let's increase the intensity. 0.2, 1. Look at this. All right. The specular contrast of the shine. If it's neutral like this, if I increase the contrast, what is white is going to be whiter, and what is gray is going to be grayer. Okay. Look at this. We can notice this variation. Look at this. I think it's good to see here. And actually, let's put it a little bit metallic. Let's increase the contrast. No. Decrease. I think it's better. 0. Let's leave it 0. Look, you can change the roughness. Right, nice. The intensity and the texture rotator. Let's take a look at the scene. I think it's gonna be cool. All right, look at this. It's even better to see these parameters if we do it. Look, I'm gonna put it by the side, and I'm gonna put this to the other monitor. Okay. Let's just see these parameters here. Let's see this contrast of the specular here. Perfect. If I'm adding contrast, it means that I'm letting the white more like whiter and the black more black. So I'm separating in a good way. All right, there's division, which is not the right. Okay, so let me get back the contrast here to have something more realistic. Okay. The specular, the intensity, I can change it here. All right, let me put it like this. The intensity of the roughness, if I put more like this, it's gonna be like this. If I decrease this, it's gonna be like this. Okay, correct. All right. If it's wood, the reflection is like this, more or less like this. Okay. And the contrast of this roughness is gonna be like this, maybe 1. And now we can compensate here in this contrast, the specular. Okay. Now I think I can change it a little bit like this. Intensity. Let's see. You see this? So we have an aspect of wood. If we more like elaborated, okay? Correct? Look at this. So these are the variations of the reflection. So let's use this theory. Okay. Oh, let me decrease the size of the texture. Okay, so let's use this theory to create our wall. Okay, let's change the textures here of wood for the textures of walls. Okay, normal roughness and roughness. Yeah, that's it. Let's see here. It's gonna be a little hard to see because the white here, unless we paint the wall of another color. Let's leave it black. And let's increase this mix. Okay, I think it's cool. Let's get back here to 0. Here 1, here 0, and 1. Okay, so yeah, let's go there. Let's adjust the parameters and see what we can do with these parameters here. Um, the intensity of the specular, we can leave like this. The contrast, we can adjust. I think it's cool. You see the difference? The roughness. Look, I can change this. Okay, cool. Here we have a good vision of these reflections. The contrast, let's see. The intensity of the roughness. I think more or less like this. The contrast of the specular. Look. Yeah, I think it's correct. Let's see the tile of this texture and the normal. Let's see. The normal here. Let's change it. I think the normal is too big. Can you notice that it's really big? Look. It's really big. And actually, let's separate the nodes of the normal here. And let's do an adjustment specifically for the normal. Let's see. Let's call it normal tile. Normal rotator. Coordinate one. Intensity. And a tile. Okay. This way, now we can control the normal in an independent way. Okay. And actually, it's here. Look. So I can decrease the size of the normal and I can increase. Okay. 0.3, 1. Okay, that's the standard value. Well, it looks like a little less, a little smaller. 1.6. Let's see. I think it's cool. Yeah. Look at this. Yeah, nice. The specular reflection. And now we can, for example, we can increase the repetition here or decrease. Okay. Let's see. The contrast as well, we can change it a little more or a little less. The roughness, contrast, the intensity, roughness, specular contrast. Let's see. I can change it, as you can see. Look at this. Yeah, I think that's cool. Yeah. 0.03, 0.05. I think 0.03, it looks good. Let's see. The intensity of this specular. Look, let's see. I think that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's add a light here. Okay. Point light so that we can see the specular. Let's see, intensity, let's change it. Look at this. So, but this specular here, that's not that good, you know. So let's see. Let me put the lamp here so that we can test the specular. Let's see, let me put it right here. And let's add this material here. This material in this wall here. Yeah, that's it. I think that's gonna help us a little bit. Let's see. Okay, let's go. So let's do it here. Or yeah, I think this wall actually is better. Yeah, it's bigger. So let me put the lamp here. Okay, so that we can check this, we can verify this. Let's see. We can see it. Yeah, really good. Let's apply this material here. Okay, let's take it off, the intensity. Let's get to the normal. The by standard is 1. Okay, but we can try 1.3, for example, or another number. Let's see. By standard, yeah, I'm gonna leave it like this. Let's see the specular contrast. Okay, you can change it. Let's see. Let's paint it in white. Let me choose the color here, 0. Look, I think that's good. Yeah. Look at this. Yeah, it looks good. Let's increase the intensity to 2.0. Look, the white wall. I think it is with a lot of contrast. So let me change it. Of the specular here, the contrast here. So let me change it. And the roughness as well. Yeah, I think it's good. Yeah. All right. Look. Yeah, I think that's cool. Yeah. Let me see. Let's see if there are a lot of reflections here. Let me see. No, I think it's okay. Here, more normal. Look, I'm gonna mark more the normal here, the intensity. Okay. 1.2 maybe. Let's see. Yeah, cool. Let's see. Maybe a little more rough. Look, let's see. Yeah, cool. Nice. Can you see the variation here of the reflections? Let's see. Minus 0.6. Let's see. 9.2 here. The contrast, the specular contrast. Let's see. We can put 0. Yeah, I think that's okay. The specular intensity. Let's see. I think that's it. Yeah, and I can put 1.4. I think that's better. Yeah, the intensity. After we can adjust the intensity if something's wrong. Okay, let's see. Look at this. Yeah, nice. Yeah, great. Let me close it here. Yeah, pretty good. We can activate this material, this wall material, in all the walls like this. Okay, I'm gonna press H. Okay, the letter H. Oops. Control plus Z. Okay. Window content browser. Okay. Wall. All right. Let's apply it here. I think I can hide this element. Let's apply on the other wall as well. Okay. Let's see. After we can hide this, but now let's see where I can apply as well. I think I think that this wall here, material stance wall. Okay, press H. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. I have this one, but let's see. Press 8. Let's see what else we have in this scene. Well, about walls, I think we're done. Yeah, we got all of them. Let's see. Oh, this wall here. Let's see. This material instance. Look at this. Yeah. Okay, I think about wet walls. We got all of them. Control plus 8. Okay. Yeah, nice. All right, so we're gonna finish this class. Okay, we learned how to put these nodes of variation. Okay, started with the walls. Yeah. All right, in the next class, we're gonna get back with more materials. Probably bringing a peak material. Okay, see you. Okay, so let's keep going. Now with our floor, the material of floor, and some other materials of our scene. Okay, the floor there, the floor of the house. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Level piano house. Great. In the last class, we saw about the ceiling. Do you remember that? The walls, a little bit of specular there. And actually, we can bring a little more of specular here. Look. We can take it off a little bit of the normal. Let's see. Let's see. For example, 9.2 maybe, or 8.4. Let's see. I think the specular is okay with 8.4. Okay, let's talk a little about the floor. Basically, it's the same material of the ceiling, but there are some differences. Let's take a look at this. We have a good reference here. Look, we can see these marks here, okay, that we can create with the normal, and a little bit of the variation of specular. You see this? All right. Let's see if we have some other material here that shows more about it. Let's see. Let's see. Just a little bit here. Let's see. Look, here a little bit, as you can see. Okay, the floor here is a little matte. That they were gonna get in the normal. Okay, we can use the same material here, but with variations for the floor specifically. Okay, content, materials, material wall, duplicate this. Let's call it floor. You're gonna see that. Let me delete the other one. Okay. All right, let me right button, duplicate wall, floor 01. You're gonna realize that now it's faster to create the textures in the developed project because all the part of the base is being done. Let's bring a texture that reminds of this little tile here, and actually already left for you in the link below in the descriptions the textures. Okay, I'm using a software called WinRAR. Okay, you can use another one, it's okay. Look at this, what we have here. A texture of normal. Look, okay. Another one, a little more rough. Okay, a little bit of variation. Diffuse here. That maybe we can use to the external area. Maybe. Okay. Maybe we can use it here. Maybe an ambient occlusion if it's necessary. Okay. And something to vary the roughness. But I think it's okay. Alright, so let's take it to Unreal. Alright. These three. And the last one. Click and drag it. Okay. For now, I'm gonna leave them here in materials. Okay. Right button, convert to regular texture. Okay. 4096, that is the standard. Okay. I don't know for what reason, but it's converting to virtual testing. Unreal is doing that. We don't know why. That's not normal. Okay. Something's happening or has happened during the process. But it's simple to solve. Just right button, convert to virtual texture or regular texture. Okay. So let's save this. Cool. And here we have the floor material. Here. Alright, we apply it. Let's analyze our material here. Okay, how it is behaving here. As it is a porcelain tiles floor, it has to be more polished. So I'm gonna leave it in the other monitor. Okay. Let's see. Let's leave this a little more polished. Well, we can change this number here. All right, more close to 0, more polished it's going to be. Okay, do you remember that? Okay. All right, the darker it's gonna get more polished. All right, remember that. Let's see. And yeah, maybe I can increase the contrast. Maybe. Let's see. Let's see if the materials are in the maximum configuration. Okay, the scalability is already cinematic. I'm gonna increase this. All right, so that I can get more details here. I can see more details. All right, you can try that based on your DPU performance. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. I can change this number here. I don't know if that's okay. Let's see. 0.5. Maybe it's better. I don't know. No. Maybe like this. A little more polished. Let's see the specular here. I'm gonna increase or decrease this. Let's see. Okay. Let me leave it a little more polished. Well, I think that's all right. Oh, let me leave it a little more polished. 1.2, 1.06. 6. Yeah, we can mark that pretty good. Let me leave a 0 here. -2. Let's see. It looks good, I guess. Let's see. Minus 0.1. I think it's cool. Yeah. Let me see. More rough or more polished? Let's see. Cool. Now we can change, for example, the normal texture. Look, materials here. All right. So that we can mark the floor. Let's change it. Okay. Let's see if it's possible to see it. Let me increase the intensity here. Let's see, or decrease. Let's see, 1.05. Let's see, how are the configurations? Let's see, post-process volume. The looming configuration here. Let me change a little bit. Let's see. I'm going to check the FPS so that Unreal doesn't crash. We'll have to make sure about it. Okay, 4 here. 2, 4. I think it's okay. And here, I think I'm gonna leave it like that. Looming reflections. Let's put 4 here. 8, 4. It looks good, I guess. I think it's okay. Let's take a walk, take a ride here. Let's see. All right. And actually we can get back to the exposition. Let's see. Exposure. Look, we can mark these two. All right. Okay, let's get back here. Let's see. Oh, it's a little too much. So let's put 0 here. Let's see. Let's see. We can see the light here. Post process. We already saw these things here. So now it's gonna be easier to find them and adjust them, okay? Look, we can change this. So yeah, we're getting used to it. Look how beautiful this is, the specular. Look at this. Really beautiful, right? Oh, very marked. Let's see. Maybe it's the normal intensity. Let's see. 1.1. It looks. Let's change a little bit of the contrast here. Let's see. Let's see the roughness contrast minus. Let's see. Let's put more or less. I'm gonna leave it like that. The specular intensity here, let's change it as well. Okay, yeah, it was good. Minus 0.6. And here 1. Okay. In case you feel uncomfortable, we can adjust that after. Okay, look how beautiful this is. Let's see. Yeah, our scene is getting really good. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see the reference. I don't think it's a 100% floor, bright floor. Oh, actually it is. Yeah. It looks a little gray maybe for me, but I don't know. A little gray maybe. Let's see. Let me change it. Yeah, cool. Yeah, really cool. Look at this. Let's change this number here, the roughness intensity. In the contrast, let's see. I'm change it a little bit. Yeah, I think that's really cool here. Look at this. Yeah, that's nice. Mine's. Let's see. Okay, the external part. Let's see. Now let's do the external floor. Yeah. This floor kind of gray. Yeah. Let's see. Duplicate this. Floor 2. Okay, click and drag it. Let's see the reference here. Look, it's kind of during the night, but let's see. Let's see the texture of base color. It's here in materials. Uh, it's really dark, but it's okay. Let's change this number here. Let's see if that's good or not. Let's change it again. Yeah, it's okay. Now let's see other things about our material. Well, let's see. Our reference. Let's try to get this angle here, this camera. It's not gonna be 100% equal, but it's gonna be very similar. Let's see the tile here. It can be a little more, I guess. Wow, we can do these adjustments here. Let's see. 0.4, I think it's cool. Let's see. We're using the same texture here, normal tile. 0.4. Yeah, 0.4. It is just the color, so we can try to find a very similar color. The gray, like this. Yeah. Let's see. How much I want to mix? Well, let's see this. But we cannot lose like the color. Let's see. Oh, it's a little less. The saturation or saturation. You can do these adjustments here. Let's see. You see? We can change these numbers here. Make some adjustments. Okay, so let's see the intensity here. Look. You can see the difference. Look. Let's see. A little metallic or not? Let's see. Yeah, it looks a little bit metallic. But as it is during the day, we have to see. Look at this. Okay. It has to be more like lighter. Let's see. I think more or less like this. And actually, we have another camera here. Let's try to find. Yeah, I think that's the one. Look. You can adjust the temperature and everything. But it looks okay for me. Now let's see. The variation of the reflection variation. Let's see. Let's see the specular here, the contrast. We can change it. Let's change the normal here. Okay, yeah, that's cool. We don't have a lot of marks here, so let's change this number. It looks like more with this second one. A little darker. It looks more like this. Look, this is specular here. I think we can put a more contrast here. Look, looks like more like this. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's it. Cool. Let's get back to our scene. Let me close it here. Let's take a walk to see the things here. Okay, yeah. I think we can apply a texture on the wall here. Let's see. Let's apply on the wall here. Oh, it was already. Okay. Great. Let's adjust this texture here. I think we can use this one. The specular. Look. Let's see how is this texture here, the parameters. Base color, normal, rotator. Now that our material is getting elaborated, let's see the floor or the ceiling, and let's use this to leave this wood texture more elaborated. Okay, that is from the same master. Okay, so let's use. I like this one here. Oh, oops, no. Let's use this here. Yeah. Wall. We can go directly to the instance. Okay, so this material instance wall, this one. Duplicate this, and now we can use this to do the wood. Okay, look, this is the wood now. Let's see. Wood. Wood, that is the new material. Base color, normal, roughness, and the other one there. All right. Some things we can copy, as for example, the 0.35 and 1.75. You see this? The intensity 0.35, 1.75, and there are some things that we adjusted. Let's see the normal intensity, the base color. Let's put this number here, 0.35. Let's see. Yeah, that's right. Let's see the normal intensity, 1.5. Okay. And the rotator, 0. Yeah, vertical. Normal tile, let's leave it 0.35. Rotator, normal rotator, it's gonna be 0. Contrast, let's see. Yeah, okay, let's apply it. And let's see what's gonna happen. Materials. Look, the wood too here. Let's see which is the parameter. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, this one. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, we brought the new texture here. Now let's start adjusting this. Well, we can get started by seeing, let's see. We can change this, the roughness, the intensity. You see? Look at this. A little more polished, maybe. Let's see, a little more polished, I guess. Look at this. Let's take a camera here that we created. Let's see. Cameras. Let's see what cameras we have here. No. Let's see. Maybe this one. No. There's one camera that is really cool here. No, I cannot see the specular in these ones. Let's see if we can find a camera that favors the specular. Let's see. This one, I think that's gonna be cool, maybe. Let's see. Alright, let's go to the bathroom. Here in the bathroom. And let's apply this material there. Let's see. Look, the base color. We can change it. The normal tile. Let's change it. You see that now it's getting easier to develop our project because the base of this project is all done. The base material and everything. So we can leave it a little more polished, I guess. Let's go material. Let's see. A little more polished. Let's see in 2, 1, 2. I think, yeah, 2. I think is better. Let's change the this number here. No. I think 0 is better, maybe. Look at this. Yeah, I think that's cool. Let's see. I think a little more rough. 2.5 maybe. 2.6, 2.4, 5. Let's see. Look, the normal is more evident. .5, 2. I think it's cool. Let's take a look here, the specular. It looks good. Yeah, for me it looks good. It's okay. Let's paint here. Let's see what else. If we need to paint other walls, let's take a look. This wall here. Yeah, cool. Yeah, here as well. There's a wardrobe there, so as well. Same texture. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Here as well. On the door. Okay. Of the wardrobe, closet. This is a door. We have to correct that. Let's see. Here. Look, it's getting really good, our project. Okay. The normal is not that good, so let's change it. 1.5, let's see. Here. The sun is really beautiful here. Yeah. Let's see. Here. The room. Oh, really, a really beautiful room here. Let's see. Yeah. Here, let's see. Here, we did it already. And this floor, let's see. What is that? Let's see this camera here. Let's see, yeah, 27. No, it's not the 27. 27B, maybe. Let's see. Okay. Almost very similar, actually. Almost equal. Let's see. The shadow here. We can change some things here. Inside here, we have this wall. Oh, it makes part of all the other ones. Okay. Nice. Yeah, that's really good here. Let's take a look here. This floor here. What type of wood is gonna be here? Let's see. I think our wall is very red. It can be more kind of yellow, I guess. Let's see. Okay, it's the desaturation a little bit. If you put like this, now it's easy to adjust with these parameters, as you can see. 0.05, 0. Let's see. We want a little yellow base color. more kind of yellow, I guess. Let's see. Let's mix this a little bit. Look. Intensity. Let's see. For now, let's leave it like this. Okay. Let's see. Oh, well, maybe we can see the variations here of the leather. Let's take a look at this. Let's create a, let's duplicate this wood material. Okay, let's call it leather. Okay, leather 01. Let's see what we have here. Look, I'm gonna see it here. This is the first one that we created, and so let's copy the parameters. Let's 0.65. Do you understand what we are doing? We're using a material for the base here that we're going to work, and this material is more evolved, more sophisticated, and we have more parameters to work with this. Okay, let's see. Normal intensity 1.4, tile, normal tile 2.25, roughness, let's see. Okay, so here we can put 0 here. Let's see. Okay, let's see the textures here. What else we have there? And normal. Okay, put here. Okay, cool. And what is that? We can bring also and keep what is here. Okay, we can take off the wall actually on the wall so that we can create a variation, like our reflection variation. Let's see, it's here. And let's apply here. Oops, wrong material. Let's see, here and here. Look at this. Look, the leather, you see? And now let's work. Okay, window, content. Look, materials, leather, this one. It's not the 01, it's leather. Okay, it's a little bit different. Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna leave it like here. Okay, base color instance, let's see, 0.65. Specular, roughness, normal intensity, let's see. Rotator, normal tile, base color, we can put 1. Base color intensity, desaturation, metallic, contrast, intensity, roughness. Let's adjust this. Let's see what's gonna happen. Okay, there's no problem. Now we have more parameters to see this. It looks like we messed up, right? But I don't think we messed up. Let's see. Let's go. We can get started. Uh, let's see the specular here. Let's see the roughness. Look, it's bringing variation. The normal, the intensity, 1.4. Let's see. Actually, base color intensity doesn't have a texture that the base color had. Look, it brought this variation, this little variation. But it doesn't look that good. Let's see. Let me see this. Okay. Let's go there. Let's see the camera. Which is the camera? Which one? Let's see. Where is it? I don't know if we lost this camera. Let's see. We lost the camera, I think. Let's see the camera test. Let's see. Camera 12. Let's see. It must be with the exposition. Yeah, that's it. Let's see. Is it here? Let's see. Lighter, let's see, -6, -6.5, maybe, -7, 7.5, -7. Okay, so now let's see. Let's see. Okay. Here we have base color intensity, the roughness, the normal tile. Let's see. Normal intensity 1.4 or 1.2. Base color intensity, let's see. A little lighter, I guess. More polished, the roughness intensity. Let's see. Zero. Let's change the color here to see if it gets better. Let's see. Let's see. Let's change this number here. Very polished. A little polished. The specular contrast here as well, we can change it. Roughness intensity, a little more rough. Look at this. More or less like this. Can increase the tile. Let's see. The specular intensity. More polished, the roughness intensity. Let's see. Zero here. Yeah, let's exit the camera. Let's change it here. I think it's better in the normal. Let's see. Mm-hmm. 1.1. Let's see. Look at this. I think if we change this number here, no. Let's see. Let me change the the specular contrast here. Let's see. Minus 71, 71. The roughness contrast. Let's change it. More polished maybe, or rough. Look, here it looks okay, it looks good. Now with the lights, let's see. Let's see the intensity. 1500. Let's see. Yeah, he looks good. Let's see. 1.5, 2.0. Let's see, 1.5 again. Yeah, I think it's nice. It's beautiful, I guess. Yeah. Look, I think it's getting really beautiful. Yeah. We are adjusting, yeah, during the process, and then we are improving. Let's see. Look. Let's try something. I think I'm gonna finish this class here, okay? Because it's a long class. But let's play a little bit. Okay, let's see the camera test here. All right. That's it. Look, let's use this. And let's bring 50 millimeters, more or less. And let's see the exposure. -5, -7. And let's also adjust here. Yeah, okay, that's it. Let's see. Look, it's getting really beautiful. Yeah. Look at this. Depending on the angle, you can see. Yeah, beautiful. Look at this. Yeah. Let's bring more like this. And let's decrease this. And change this. Look how beautiful this is. Look, that's beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, cool. I think we can actually finish this class here. Let me just see here. The temperature. Let's see. A little blue. 6000. Let's see. Contrast. Let's see. Where is it? Look, I think a little of this 0.6. Look. Contrast, let's see. Where is it? Global saturation. Let's change it. Contrast 1.1, 1.2, 1.1. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, pretty cool. Let's the exposure here, let's put minus 7.5. Yeah, that's it. Look at this. Let's adjust here the focus. Let's see. Look how beautiful this is. Oh, look. Really beautiful. Let's see. Let's enlarge the vision, the point of view. Look. But we have to make some improvements, but it's okay. It's nice. It's beautiful. Look how beautiful this is. Look. Yeah. Our project is getting better. Yeah, it's improving a lot. We have this specular here. It kind of bothers me a little bit. Let me change it a little bit. Let's see. Minus 7.1, 0.3. Let's see. I think it's better now. Yeah. Minus 0.4. Let's see. Minus 0.71. Minus 0.5. Look, this is beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, nice. Look at this. And here we're not using ray tracing because with ray trace, everything is gonna get better. I'm gonna save this class, okay? And I'll see you in the next class. All right, we're gonna keep going with the materials, okay? See you.